Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. Today we're going to talk about how to make a woman happy. Just got this book. Finish your coffee and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, reason, and the Waffle House. Stirring the coffee with the giant chopsticks of truth using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, triple bastard dark roast in a Waffle House coffee mug. Nice. There's a link for triple bastard down below. Life always rewards confidence. Always. Always. Even if you're not 100% confident and 100% brave about something, if you act it, literally just act like you are confident, the only person that's going to know that you're not confident is you. Act it. You will get the rewards of a confident person if you act confident. People don't know what's going on inside your head or your heart, but if you're acting it, people are going to believe it. You're going to look like you're confident. And that's super important because you can get almost anything in life if you are confident. Anything. Doesn't matter. You must take a risk, and you'll never know if you don't try. You have to take a risk. Think about it. Everything in this life was gained, was built because somebody took a risk. You have to be open to people that will change your state, not coddle you in your rut. Focus on your vision of the future, not your memories of the past. Goals are nothing but memories of the future. What are your goals? You have memories of your past? Well, goals are nothing but memories of your future. When you write things down and visualize what you want, like I was doing this morning as I was laying in bed, I was visualizing a certain scenario that I want to happen in my life. And I'm not talking about law of attraction or manifesting or anything like that. But what I'm doing is I'm creating memories of my future. That way I will know it when I see it and when I create it. I love this tweet by Jeff Putnam. He says, "My wife never questioned my decision to spend our entire savings account on starting my first business. All she said was, 'Okay, I'm sure you can make it work like you always do.'" He says, "Find you a woman that believes in you and never let her go." Man, I love that. I actually had to repost that. That was so good. I was looking at Mrs. Thomasone on Twitter, and she says something about her husband. She said, "He tripled his salary since meeting me. Prior to me, he felt worthless, and how I make him feel about himself is a huge reason he loves being with me. He has had plenty of opportunities with younger women, and they've thrown themselves at him his whole life. He found me, and I was the only one he wanted. Tell yourself whatever you need to cope with that information." Somebody was breaking her chops about this particular post. But there's no doubt in my mind that this can happen. Most men, not all, do better with a supportive, appreciative, loving woman by their side. I know I feel unstoppable. When that gets ripped out from you, like many of you guys who've gone through breakups and divorce, all of a sudden you just feel like a lack of motivation. You know, the day-to-day becomes like, oh God, I got to face another day. And that is where you kind of need outcome independence. You have to learn to operate in two modes, like solo mode and partner mode. Allow your partner to, and I shouldn't say, I hate the word partner. Forgive me for saying the word partner. Wife. None of this partnership. That's for business. Okay. Men do better with a supportive, appreciative, loving woman, a wife by their side. Or they can do pretty shitty as well if she decides that she wants to sabotage everything. Like I said, a woman with one schizophrenic decision can change your trajectory. So does that mean you never have a woman in your life? You might have to use my vetting process in order to make your life a little smoother if you're moving in that direction, and know what red flags to look for. My list of red flags I'm going to have in a seminar pretty soon. It's what to look for and what to avoid based upon my experience. No nonsense that I got out of a book or some YouTube video. Real world application. But most men actually do better when a woman, a wife, is by their side, kind of pushing them a little bit. Unless it's a wife, never unlock a woman's sexual potential. Why? Because she's going to have a newfound self. And she's going to be unconsciously marketing it to the world. She will feel sexy. All of that stuff that you made her feel, she will now be taking that into the world as a single woman. You don't want a sexually unlocked woman as a girlfriend. That is something you do to your wife. That's why when I talked about August being Eat a Peach month, literally, I was talking to husbands. If you don't take this advice, and some of you in the comments are going to agree with me on this, if you don't take my advice on this one, she will never be yours. It will be only your turn. And I'm not being black-pilled about it, but the reality is only a husband should be unlocking his wife's potential. I've always thought if you're open to marriage and you want to meet a potential spouse, say it. Just say it. Say that you're wife hunting. Say that you're looking to be married. Why not? People aren't mind readers. And you might as well use social media for the one thing that it's good for, and that's meeting people and hooking up. Why not finding a spouse on social media? I've made it very clear. I am open to marriage and looking for a wife. What I'm not going to do is go for the women who are just throwing themselves in front of me. I'm not going to do that. And the only way that you can do that is to be a man with options. What are those options? Well, you have, like I said, how are you going to be a husband if you can't even do 10 push-ups? How are you going to protect your wife? How are you going to provide? We need to be providers, protectors, and to be present. That's a lot of work, isn't it? It seems like a lot of work. If you are motivated, and this is where men lose their motivation, when that leaves their life, when she wants out, then all the provision, protection, and presence goes out the window. So you have to work on those things. My friend Rich Cooper posted something, and I'll tell you how I feel about this. He goes, "Men, here's how you keep women around." And it caught my eye because I have said in the past that I can get them, but I can't keep them. Men, here's how you keep women around. Number one, don't be average or boring. Okay, check. Be masculine. Check. Be competent. Check. Be desired by other women. Yeah. Have men admire you. Okay. Make serious bank. Check. Be interesting. Check. Have an impressive network because your net worth really is your network. And 10, properly her well. I can see that. But my comment is, seems like a lot of work, right? Or is it just me? I don't know. Maybe as I get older, I don't want to work that hard. Like the Billy Joel song says, I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. But I totally get it. The title and idea for the song came when Glenn Frey and Don Henley were in their favorite Los Angeles restaurant bar called Dan Tana's, which was frequented by many beautiful women. And they started talking about beautiful women who were cheating on their husbands. They saw a beautiful young woman with a fat and much older wealthy man, and Glenn Frey said, "She can't even hide those lying eyes." Hence the song, Lying Eyes. Which has led me to say this, that Glenn Frey knew exactly what was up. My oh my, you sure know how to arrange things. You set it up so well, so carefully. Ain't it funny how your new life didn't change things? You're still the same old girl you used to be. 1975. Boy, I tell you what, that song, there's so many truth bombs in that song, it's amazing. Regarding the beard, I didn't enjoy the beard destination as much as the journey, like when I had the big, huge beard. Even though I have shaped thousands and thousands of other people's beards, And having my own monstrous beard helped me understand the science, nature, and social implications of purposely changing your look. I observed, experienced, and logged that journey in detail firsthand here. It's probably the most comprehensive video collection on the topic. Probably the least superficial and most meaningful takeaway was observing how one's appearance elicits various responses in people of varying demographics. Give you an example. The big beard, white women didn't like me, just were not attracted to me. Black women, forget it, man. Kicking down the door. Can I touch your beard? I love your beard. Nonstop, wherever I went. I felt that I pushed away some people with my new look, and I drew others in with the same look. I didn't like about half of what I attracted, and I was disappointed at those that I unintentionally repelled. I even studied my own response to that phenomenon. Other places that my study went was to people who've had appearance-altering accidents, diseases, and even the varying levels of aging, and the comparison of how rapid change versus progressive change affects a human being's psyche and social status. I could talk for hours on this topic, and maybe it would be an interesting topic for a podcast if I get, 6 bearded guys on here. We could talk about growing beards. If someone is interested in being part of that podcast, let me know. Again, a little reminder, and I guess I will say this at least once a week. Never try to fix something that somebody else broke regarding relationships. If somebody effed up your relationship somehow or has messed it up, it's not your job to fix it. It's their job. If they can't fix what they broke, then it's time to kick them out. It's time to end that. It's not your job to fix what someone else broke. That just spoke to somebody. And if it was you, email me. I am now using toothbrushing tablets that don't contain microplastics, foaming agents, and fluoride. And once I started that, I can't go back to the poison that's in tubes. I'll put a link for toothpaste tablets. What you do is you put one tablet in your mouth, kind of chew it up a little bit till it's completely dissolved, and then brush your teeth with it. Not only do I feel that my mouth is cleaner, but I literally don't have poison in my mouth. Toothbrushing tablets. Link is down below. At every party, there's 2 kinds of people, those that want to go home and those that want to stay. The trouble is, usually they're married to each other. I took a poll, and I said, which gal is better? The one with a great bod or the one with a beautiful face? 50.3% said a great body. 49.7% said a beautiful face. Right down the middle, man. Some guys got to have the great body.
Great ass!
They don't mind the butter face. Some guys got to have the beautiful face. Reminds me of the W.C. Fields. He said something like, you're ugly. She says, well, you're drunk. And then his reply was, well, at least I'll be sober in the morning. Regarding the beautiful body or beautiful face thing, there's something you can do about the body. There's not a lot you can do about the face. A beautiful body can be created. A beautiful face, I don't know if a beautiful face can be created. I mean, it can be enhanced, but I'm like of the weird persuasion that I think everybody has a sense of beauty. I think all women can be beautiful. I know there's going to be all kinds of backlash about that, but I can find the beauty in anybody. Don't forget, you need to take the shred pill because it's Shred-tember. Are you joining me as we kind of lean down a little bit in the month of September? I asked my pipe aficionado brothers, what is your preference regarding pipe stems? I took a poll. 50% liked vulcanite, 25% liked acrylic, 8.3% liked plastic stems, and 16.7% liked bakelite. So it looks like vulcanite for the win, which is basically just a hardened rubber. Most of your older pipes are all vulcanite. And you can clench them better. They just seem to, the teeth work well with a vulcanite stem. And that Peterson barrel pipe that I have, I don't think I've given a pipe as much use as I've given that pipe. It's a short smoke. It's probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so, 30 if I go easy on it. But man, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's got the P lip on it, that classic Peterson P lip stem. I'm a huge fan of this pipe. Huge fan. And you know I have just about every pipe tobacco that there is. And I can appreciate every blend. Not a huge fan of aromatic at all. But this Lane Ready Rubbed stuff, I'm really digging even more than Lane 1Q. When I've puffed on Lane 1Q, which is the most popular pipe tobacco of all time, I get a chemical taste in my mouth. It doesn't work with me, but I don't get that with the Ready Rubbed, which is more of a soft vanilla, marshmallow, creamy kind of thing. And it's a great blend to puff in your car or truck, especially if you have an ionizer kind of thing that you plug into the power port or the old cigarette lighters, so to speak. Like the next day after you smoked a pipe in your vehicle, it's not gnarly at all. You have to get one of those. You have to. Just stop it. They're about 15 or 20 bucks. Takes the smell out of your vehicle. A man looks at a mountain and thinks, I'm going to conquer that. A woman looks at a man and thinks, I'm going to conquer that. Have you ever been conquered by a woman? You know when you've been chased and pursued. That never works, does it? It only works if you do the pursuing, if you do the chasing, if you do the inquiry. Women coming after you never works. Getting women? Yeah, it's pretty easy. That's not an issue for most guys. Keeping women? That's a little bit different, isn't it? That's why I posted Rich Cooper's list of 10 things on how you keep a woman around. Man, this is good coffee. Triple Bastard Dark Roast. Out of this world. Quick little exhortation for my brothers out there. Being considerate is not being beta or blue-pilled or wimpish or whatever, simpish. It's okay to open up doors for a lady. It's perfectly okay. It's okay to have a little form of chivalry. You don't do it to get a woman. You don't do it to keep a woman. It's just called being considerate. Heck, why not go to the top in whatever you do? Whatever it is. It's not that much more effort. You're already halfway. Even if you do it just for laughs, go to the top. Get the top of the mountain, the summit, back in your sights and go for it. Leave the excuses at the base of the mountain with everyone else who has excusitis. You can share with a trusted colleague or a brother to hold you accountable, keep you on your goals, keep you on your purpose. As my friend AMS says, stay on your purpose. Speaking of AMS, would you like him to come on the channel? So you take little steps. You're more patient now than you ever were if you think about it. As you've gotten older, you've gotten more patient. Time is going to pass even if you do nothing. So why not go to the top? I was talking with some women about their bathing suits. And they said, well, now that I'm at this age or that, they were talking about their age. I said, it's not about the age. It's about the figure. I mean, if it's obvious that you're just trying to look like a young chick, that's a different story. But there's nothing like an older, graceful woman. And when I say older, I mean, 40 and over. Quick word on dating sites. They are filled with destroyers and not builders. Are you a destroyer or are you a builder? Do you have a track record of destroying things and people or building people? What have you done? Allie Drummond says, you are equipped to be a wife. She says this to ladies. You are equipped to be a mother. You are equipped to be a homemaker. God has given women a ministry they are more than capable of. And my comment is, I wish I could tell women that. But this is something that women need to share with other women. Every single woman has to face her demons and experience a dark night of the soul, an ego death. Don't even go near women who haven't faced their demons. She knows exactly what they are. Most women destroy themselves and they inflict copious amounts of collateral damage in the process. With men, that trail of broken bodies behind them, they are avoidant runners. Everything is perfect right up until the moment that they sprint out of the relationship. This is why that a man feels that a flame was extinguished. She was your twin flame, a soul mirror. And when that flame goes out, feel like no light or heat, something that a flame provides. But women have to face their demons. That's one of the things that you have to vet a woman for. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.